the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Here we go. Right up.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down now, it's Cook, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Here we go. Big grip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, this is Haney. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Let him know.
And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Off-play action. Love. Completes it to Samuel. First down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
Watch the twitch. He's chucking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Go. Exit. 58, right over there. Ready, go.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Let's go, Hattie. Let me know what you got. What you got, Hattie?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. On 3rd down, Floyd, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down. It's Crawford, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try the left side. Crawford, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Floyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's Floyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down.
Under 10, 10, go!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Mike, 58, right there.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jacobs now. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Double tight.
A toss to Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they are backed up as far as they can be. They're going to start this drive at their own 1.
And it was on this very site in the old Metrodome. Obviously, this is a new stadium. But remember, Tony Dorsett broke off a 99-yard touchdown run on a Monday night game against the Vikings, one that we'll remember for the ages.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Floyd, and he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
Let's go. Under crunch.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
53, Mike. Let's go, D.
16-yard line.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Ready. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Push him back.
Off the play fake. Love. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the flood.
On first down, it's Floyd. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
You know, orbit. 97's the mic. Yes. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first and 10, Love. That's caught by Howard. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Floyd, and some room to maneuver. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 29, Jones. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Jones now operating from the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Ready, 18, Gator.
So we got man.
Snap.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They run it again with Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On first down, it's Floyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there. Running
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Love. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Love. And he finds Howard complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's moving, boys. He's moving. 58, set, go. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Here we go. 90. Brady Jarrett on the stop. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Let's go. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And a 49er first down.
Now they try the right side here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.